Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Intellectually Speaking. My name is Robert, and it's been a while since I've done a video, and I happen to see the views that my last video got and the likes, 2 comments. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off that video a little bit, not too much though. You know, the past several weeks, things have been kind of up and down. Being an Uber and Lyft driver, you have your feasts and your famines. But here of late, I've been battling with Lyft. False accusation by a passenger yesterday, claiming that I was intoxicated, speeding, and that I almost caused a wreck. I'm in the middle of HEB, battling this fight with these people on Lyft that apparently have no sense whatsoever. Then I get home and another hour and a half trying to prove my case on Twitter, X. But there was concurring events that happened yesterday that attacked my livelihood, attacked my finances, and attacked my future. All 3 were linked together. The false accusation with Lyft, getting a trip from Lyft, the app went screwy, I lost the ride after I put gas in my car, which would have been the second time, and I only put gas in my car one time a day, and that's first thing in the mornings. I always start out my day with a fresh full tank of gas. So that affected my earnings yesterday, on top of going and getting stuff for my vape and going to the grocery store. But then I'm currently going to school for computer programming. On Monday, I did my Module 1 exam. I had to write a paper in code, which I did. Did everything I was supposed to upload it to Google Drive, put the link in the module exam so that the instructor could look at it and grade. Well, yesterday I get an email from the instructor stating that I must have forgot to do something, meaning allowing anyone to see it. No, I hit that. Something happened which caused me to have to resubmit the paper yesterday, making it late, and I got an 82.5 on it. I poured my heart into that paper. But things happen. But because it was late, I wasn't able to correct any issues and resubmit to get a better grade. The instructor had really good comments, but I made some coding errors. My mistake. But I was frustrated when it was all said and done. But I did what I was supposed to do. That was the second attack. But I didn't see the grade until after I got home. And then after I got home, I had to also deal with Lyft. So today, I get a service flag warning because my last ride of the day, like yesterday, gave me a bad rating. Well, I gave them a bad rating because Lyft only paid me $3.24 for a 3-mile ride. That should have been over $4. Initially, I thought that they had given them a discount. Nope. Lyft took 59% out of that ride. And that wasn't the only one. I had 5 other rides on Lyft that they took 55% or more out of that ride. And I'm not talking small amounts either, in comparison to what they charged the passenger. So I get this warning. So I emailed them back. I said, I have to respond to this. I said, not only do I give ratings for passengers' attitudes, I give ratings for area of pickup, area drop off, and how much I'm getting paid, and if there's a stop included, because you forced me to take the ride. Case in point, the last ride yesterday that said I was intoxicated. So, but the signs were there with that passenger. She hid behind me. She hid her face from my dash cam. She was rude. So that's why she got a bad rating, and she had to stop. So I've been battling with Lyft for 2 days. But I've always had a problem with Lyft. And if you go back and watch my videos, you know exactly why. One of the things that they were doing too was that in the actual trip miles, they were shaving miles. The actual miles on my odometer said something completely different than what they said. That's a new one. But to kind of piggyback off of what my last video said, I decided to go back to school to get my associate's degree in computer programming. My eventual goal is to get into data analytics. By keeping numbers on my laptop, it gives me a very detailed look at my day through a numerical aspect. How much did I make? How many miles did I drive per ride in total? How many minutes per ride and total, the rate per mile, and the rate per minute. Now with Lyft, I can also see how much the customer paid, what the Lyft fees are, what the external fees are, the total deductions, and the percentage that they took out. With Uber, you can't see that kind of information. But I chose to go back to school because I want to leave this godforsaken hole called Waco, Texas. But this is the second month in a row where I've come up against a brick wall. There are some things in this life people like me don't get to enjoy. Prayer does not work for people like me. The promises of the Bible aren't for people like me. Religion is for rich people, not for poor people. If you are born into a certain kind of stature, more than likely you will stay in that stature. And you will struggle with your faith day in and day out. But rich people already have everything that they want. So therefore they get to enjoy certain aspects. While those of us that are poor struggle. But there is a phrase that often comes to my mind. That salvation is only for the Gentiles. The promise is for the Jew. Now, I'm pretty sure if you was to analyze that, you could come up with an argument to say I was wrong. But the way that I look at it, and for my entire life, it's a pretty good argument for what I just said. Because I can look back whenever I was in church the last time, and my then wife and children, we faced the same kind of struggles. But not only that, I personally never got along with church people. The same holds true to whenever I attended church before. I couldn't find a church that I felt comfortable in. Another reason why is because I struggled with my sexuality then, and now I'm an out gay man now. But you know, I thought if I quit drinking, things might turn around. Nope. I thought if I stepped out of the gay lifestyle, things would turn around. Nope. I thought if I quit listening to certain kinds of music, things would turn around. Absolutely not. If anything, it pushed me away from people. Like my children. Prime example. My kids talk to me more whenever I practice witchcraft than whenever I became a Christian. Subsequently, I started practicing my craft again. It's the only place that I feel comfortable. I've never felt comfortable in a church. I've never felt comfortable being around other Christians, if you will. And I've never felt like my prayers, and I struggled with this last year, like my prayers were being heard. Whenever I quit praying, things started to turn around. Because when I did pray, the opposite would happen, whether it be out loud or silently. So, but not only that, I've come under a lot more stress. I wonder why. Having faith that things are going to turn around. Waiting for that breakthrough that's not going to happen. And knowing that what has happened over the past 2 days of being under severe attack, not weathering a storm, but being under attack, shows that I am on the path to where I'm supposed to be. In school, and trying to be deterred from my future. The only person that can have total control over one's life is yourself. And I came to the realization of that whenever I decided to go back to school. I'm the one that had to enroll in the school to get the paperwork. I'm the one that has to do the homework. I'm the one that has to study. I'm the one that has to do the assignments. I'm the one that gets up every morning to go to do Uber and Lyft. I'm the one that has to shuttle people around. I'm the one that has to put gas in my car. I'm the one that has to do it all. Where's the blessing in that? Where is the blessing in a $9 ride if I'm having to drive 18, 19 miles? Where's the blessing in that? Where is the blessing if I have to use a half a tank of gas to make $120 and drive 160 miles? Where is the blessing in that? Now, some would say that, faith without works is dead and works without faith is dead. I've tried both. Believe me, I've tried both and have come up empty-handed every single time. That's why I say religion for people like me doesn't work. I've grown up my entire life struggling, fighting. I'm the only one that can only depend on myself. Even whenever I did have a family and I was living the straight life, I had to leave my family to work. I had to deny myself of certain principles. I didn't have any friends whatsoever. I was just as isolated then as I am now, and I had a wife and kids. So, there's a lot to swallow there, to be quite honest. And I make a solid argument. But I truly believe that religion is for rich people and poor people are just supposed to suffer. You show me one place in the Bible where it says that poor people were raised up to become rich. You may give examples like David and Saul, that they were shepherds and things like that. They were shepherds. They had money. All right. But a lot of the attacks that I've come under the past few days, they've been things to distract me, to prevent me from doing what I need to do. Like I should have done homework last night, but I was so upset and so mad I couldn't even focus. Today was another attempt at that, but I will be doing my homework today for web programming. Tomorrow is computer programming. Friday I have to catch up for yesterday, which will be data programming. Then I still have to do algebra this weekend, and I have to do another course. I'm taking a full load this semester, so I have a lot on my plate. But the powers to be are fighting me tooth and nail. But not only that, trying to keep me in this godforsaken hellhole called Waco, Texas, where life sucks. My goal is to move to a big city where I can enjoy the amenities of a large city. Restaurants and nice bars and friends and a social life. Here, you can't have a social life in Waco. You can't. I have nothing in common with anybody. People are too dumb here. Too dumb. It's just like something I saw yesterday, or actually a couple things that I've heard. Probably a lot of reason why that I don't get along with a lot of people is because they're not on the same trajectory as I am, which would explain why I've never been able to connect with people. With that being said, I look at coding like my mind. People don't get me. And if you don't understand the language, then we're not speaking in C, C++, C++, Java, JavaScript. We're not speaking the same language. Or Python for that matter. Okay? And Python's an open source. We're not speaking the same language. I need around people that has the same capacity of understanding and does deep thinking as I do. And eventually get back into another relationship with someone that'll make me happy, that's just as intelligent as I am, that we can sit there and talk and read together and watch movies and go for long walks. Yeah, all the typical normal gay stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I've done without far too long, and I'm not doing out without anymore. I'm done settling. Done settling. I'm done scraping and worrying. I'm the only one that can control my life. That's it. The only one. Nobody else has control of that but me. I'm not a god by any stretch of the imagination. But I only have one life. And I'm going to start making the most out of that one life that I have. I've been held back, pushed down for far too long. And enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm not putting up with it anymore. So, with that being said, I hope this speaks to somebody that's been going through the exact same things. And to be quite honest, gay men do not have a place in church. It's not for us. Why? Because we're always at battle with our sexuality and what the word says. We cannot help who we are attracted to. Deny ourselves and be miserable? Come on. So, until next time, stay safe and look forward to my next video. I'm sure it will be another rant. And thank you for watching.